Yeah. And the only person you owe it to talk to about whether or not you're leaving the guild is Kat. She's the fucking leader, not them. Yeah.
Don't wait.
Really? Really, dude? I hate it when people get into a lobby and they don't get any characters that they like in an assault match and then leave. Smite.
It's League of Legends for PS4.
No. No. Not even close.
It's less toxic than League of
I was gonna say, it's a hell of a lot less toxic.
Yeah. Trust me, I know how toxic League of Legends is. I used to be a Thresh main. Oh, League of Legends? Yeah, it's pretty fucking, like, disgusting how fucking try-hard that community is.
Well, they gave me my character. Who re-rolled so bad?
Hey, why don't you heal someone other than the tank? Our DPSs are dying. No. I don't. I have Overwatch. So.
Paladin.
Yep, they don't play with you.
Overwatch is trash.
I mean, shit, I was the one who got your group together. Oh, thank God I'm out of that. Hey, I got 3 player recommendations for that. Yeah, No, I'm still pissed. That healer sucks ass. Yeah, I tanked everything as a samurai. At level 35. It sucks. Oh God, I hate that.
Are you watching the TV?
Hey, there's a, oh fuck, they want 290? Really? You don't need 290 on Limitless Blue.
Why? Why?
What? Oh, it is. Holy shit. On the Facebook page. The one who gave me her the one who told me her character name. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's I could tell just by the way she was typing, so I didn't answer to her at all. Yeah. That's terrifying. Yeah. That's a Warcraft thing, dude. Higher item level in Warcraft is all that matters. And I can tell you that from experience, being someone who used to play World of Warcraft. Pretty much. Let's see if I can find a Burby night. I want to farm some kind of bird tonight. I just don't want to make a bird. It kind of is. Like, I do enjoy sword art. I will not deny that. But I also, like, I can admit it's a terrible anime. However, the Sword Art Online Abridged, made by Something Witty, is so fucking good. It destroys all the problems that Sword Art has, like two-dimensional characters, unrealistic gameplay moments. Like, for instance, seeing how you got to episode 3, you got to see the whole Sachi death, where the whole guild fucking falls apart and dies. Okay. Okay. So, in actual Sword Art Online, Kirito hides the fact that he's 20 levels higher than all the other players to make them feel bad. So he doesn't make them feel bad. They get enough money to buy a house in-game, and then they decide they're going to go to a higher level floor to go farm for more money. Beforehand, one of the guys runs into a very obvious trap room, causing pretty much everyone but Kirito in the guild to get murdered. So, yeah. That's what happens in the actual Sword Art Online. In the, that's completely unbelievable. If you see a room in a game that's designed to kill you with a chest, and you found it past an invisible door, I would immediately assume trap.
Motherfucker, I'm a Dark Souls player. I ain't even stepping in that room.
Exactly, because the second you the second he opened it up, the door locks. Fucking enemies start pouring out of nowhere, and their healing and teleport crystals stop working. It's a trap. So, in the Abridged series, the only two members of the Black Cats that were actually members were the original, like the guy who invited him, and Sachi. And Sachi is a player out in the boonies who has really shitty internet. She lags a lot. All the other people are NPCs from quests. Like, the guy just didn't do the quest, so the NPCs stayed to help him fight. So, yeah. So, they're not going to go buy a house. The reason why they're going to go, into the dungeon is because he owes money to the in-game mob. So already a lot more believable. The guy who the guy who runs in there and opens up the chest is a bot on auto loot, which is something you can expect a player to do. If you're farming a dungeon, you would put a bot on auto loot. Bot triggers death trap, they get fucked because of it. Yeah, like they explain, oh my god, so you didn't even get to the worst part of the anime. So, when they get to floor 75, they just cut the anime short and kill the final boss right then and there on floor 75 instead of 100, who is the guy who created the game. Kirito gets to talk to him after death, because both of them fucking die and come back for some weird heaven reason or something stupid. Yeah, anime reasons. So in the actual anime, when he's talking to Akihiko Kaiba, he asks Akihiko Kaiba, why? Why would you do this? Like, why would you do this? And Akihiko's response is, I don't remember. It's kind of funny. After a few years, I don't remember why. Which is just a giant kick in the fucking teeth to anybody who actually enjoyed the show. So, in the something witty version, the abridged version, they get to that exact same scene, and Kirito asks him, and he goes, "No, after all these years, I really don't know." And Kirito's like, "Really?" He's like, "Fuck no! I was a fucking sleep-deprived dev." He starts talking about how he had been awake for like 8 days straight. He was starting to think that the janitor was God, and when he found a bug in the game that accidentally kills people, instead of trying to fix the game, because game companies were pushing it this release date that they knew they weren't going to make, so he couldn't get rid of the bug, so he just removed the thing, thinking he could hold everybody hostage till he comes up with a better plan. Yeah. Yeah. That's more believable than, I don't remember why I did this. Yes, it's a fandom, and it is the best. You can literally, it'll take you about 3 hours to watch it all. There's only like 10 or 11 episodes. But my god, I'll find the playlist, I'll send it to you. It is the greatest fucking thing on the planet. Like, it's so... Wait, well, yeah, he ends up... No, his original love interest, Asuna, is just some random fucking chick who ended up using her name as her username in-game. Kind of like you did. And then in the second season, his cousin, who is technically living as his sister, like his mother adopted her or some bullshit like that, she has feelings for him because she found out they're not exactly related, and then she tries to throw her feelings away, and she meets this guy named Kirito in the game, doesn't realize it's her brother, cousin thing, and starts falling for him. She gets upset because she lost her feelings for her brother, in-game, and they have a whole fucking spat about it. She gets over it, she's normal after that, but the whole cousin loving
long
your
enough to kill me.
thing it's kind of common in Japan because they don't feel like it's not taboo over there. Like over here, yeah, like they're actually legit cousins. But that over in Japan is enough of a distance to them. Like they can marry and fuck their cousins if they want to. It's kind of common over there in Japan. There's so many people. Yeah, like, it's Yeah, it's surprising a lot more common over in there because it's taboo, and Japan's just all full of kinks. We just look at hentai.
Hmm.
There we go. I got tricks to respond to something. I'm happy. Yes. Yes. That's exactly why. All of their porn has to be censored over there. They cannot show vagina or fucking penis. That's also why, like, any hentai picture that comes is typically like an off yellow or off white, because they're not allowed to show it. Because people, like, fixed it, yeah. It just can't be distributed in Japan uncensored.
Capri, go away.
Yep.
I like how I come
over
back with more defenses and more health and die faster. Does that make sense?
Retreat! Aim for the wall.
Yeah, the big thing with Japan is sex is looked differently down in the West. I've noticed, and this is just because I like to do a lot of culture studies and stuff. Here in the West, here in the West, it's practically taboo. You can show violence and all that shit all you want, but sex, oh no, that's terrible. Think of the children. Like, over in Japan, sex is a joke. It's the joke, like, nudity and sex is the butt of a joke. Like, I'm not kidding. That's, like, the whole reason there's so many jokes about, like, trans people over there. It's not that they're disrespecting them, it's just sex and nudity and gender shit like that is hilarious to them. Yeah, it's called a host club. It's a host club, dude. I almost went to Japan to work for one.
I don't understand why these people hurt so fucking much. Like,
It's because they're all weebs.
No, I don't understand. Like, I stayed alive for like the first 10 minutes of the game with 1 health item and boots. And then I come back with 2 defensive items, and I'm dying faster than I was just with the health item.
That's weird. No, when it came to Japanese culture, I did a lot of research just because I wanted, for a long time, I'll admit, I wanted to go move out that way just because weeb. At the time, I was very weebish. Not so much anymore. Like, after...
Can I just go there for the internet?
Their internet's not all that great.
Oh, God.
So, like, for instance, me, you, Strix, we're white. We're non-Japanese. We're Gaijin. We're never going to be considered in, even if we live there for 100 years. We are not Japanese. We would never, like, they would look... Yeah. Even if somebody is 100% Japanese, but is born outside the country of Japan, they're Gaijin. They're looked down upon. You're expected to work at least 60 hours a week and then go out for at least 4 hours with coworkers to go drinking every day. Yeah, like they
Good luck with
expect
that.
Yeah, they expect a lot from their people. Because their
Good luck.
work environment is highly competitive. It's why I won't go over there. It's why so many fucking people over there are like guys and chicks are just not doing relationships anymore. It's because they don't have time for it. Mixture of both. Some of them are faking, some of them are not.
Wow, they really want me.
A sharp mind is best, but a sharp blade is a close second.
You will be avenged, friend!
Okay. It's a fucking long-running joke about if you watch any kind of porn that has a penis in it, it's immediately gay. It was like this guy trying to bash. Oh god, it's hard to explain it. There was a conversation meme a long time ago where this guy would yeah, the guy would make a joke about, you know, how do you, like, the guy was going off that, like, gay sex is unnatural, blah, 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 whatever. And the other guy's like, well, you like porn, right? And the guy's like, well, yeah. He's like, well, you don't watch just all lesbian porn, do you? The guy's like, no, I watch straight porn. The guy's like, well, I mean, you don't want to see some flaccid penis fucking this chick. And the guy's like, no, I want, you know, rock hard. Fucking be gay. Right there.
Oh dear.
Like, he actually got the guy to admit that he likes rock hard cock. It was fucking hilarious the first time I watched it.
Raven, that sounds like it would be you.
Are you kidding? I've dated men, I've dated women, I've dated other things.
Other things?
There's legit, like, there are legit people I've dated. I don't know how to classify them at that point. Like, I'll
Alrighty
admit
then.
that. That's not so much a husband as a thing.
Wow, you're unstoppable to your side!
I dated somebody like that once. It was entertaining. For all, like, 10 seconds. Are you leaving? Yeah.
They surrendered. He did not do very hot on that one.
And then there was me dating Vlad. That was an experience. I dated a guy named Vlad, and I dated a guy named Antonio, and god damn. Antonio was one of those weird cases. Because it was a trans man? Like, yeah, like a chick who became a man. But they were like,
Did you manage to find
They
that
weren't-
spice?
they weren't the type that you would expect where you'd like, typically if they do the whole trans man thing, they're very butchy. Like, try to
The
over-masculate.
way Hardings doesn't carry it anymore?
No. This was the, oh my god. Like, honestly, I think, like, borderline Fuda, because half the time, Antonio would still dress like a chick and do makeup sometimes. So it was just one of those, it was like a really weird, yes! And what's even worse is they always wanted to be the dominant one in the bed. Yes! And it's like, I can't take you seriously! Like, I don't
Well,
know
to be
whether
fair,
I
Raven,
should,
I
you know-
couldn't take you seriously wearing a dress either.
Oh, come on, you know I'd be a very pretty princess.
Just remember, you're still on YouTube, Raven.
I know. Oh, trust me, I know. He's
I'm-
recording all of this for
Oh, I've been
YouTube.
recording for like the last 2 hours. He's like, fuck.
Like, that whole situation with Antonio was just weird. Like, really weird.
Well,
didn't know-
Raven, you're really weird.
At least I'm honest and true to myself. If I'm gonna dress like a man, I'm gonna dress like a man. If I'm gonna dress like a woman, you bet your ass I'm shaving my face and putting makeup on. And that broke strings.
How much would I have to pay you to do that?
I don't know. Let's talk to Jasmine. We'll talk to Jasmine. We'll even talk about like shaving my arms and shit.
Oh god.
We'll do it at
Jasmine!
We'll do it at a DAG event on top
Oh
of that.
dear god.
Discordia.
We'll put myself on trade post.
Oh dear. No. Only if I get to be your handler.
It wouldn't be the first time somebody's tried to trade items for me.
No, that's a
Okay.
thing.
Story time? Do you guys want to hear story time of Raven's first time at being at Trade Post? Alright,
Just tell the
I
story.
need to get a drink, so give me a seconds to get something to drink, and I'll tell the story.
What are you watching? Why?
Because I can?
Okay.
Ew.
Why are you doing that? Because you can?
Because this is what I do.
So, no shit, there I was. Ragnarok 2012. Ragnarok is, for Dakota, and all of you people on YouTube who have no fucking idea what the hell I'm talking about, is a big event that I go to, kind of like a Ren Fair. Like 3,000 people at it. So at this time, I had graduated high school about 2 years beforehand. I was only 4'9" and 93 pounds. I looked very effeminate with my hair down to my waist. So half the time people couldn't tell I was a guy until I talked. And sometimes I could mask my voice if I got really bored and wanted to fuck with people. So I'm hanging out with some friends I had at the time, and we're at Trade Post. And the rules of Trade Post are very simple. Handshakes confirm the deal. So if you trade something, you handshake, the deal's done, no giving back, that kind of bullshit. Rule number 2 is you cannot accept cash for anything. You can only trade items. Like, I can't be like, oh, hey, Striggs, do you want to get this chair? I'll sell it to you for like 50 bucks. Striggs would have to offer me the item for it. And if it requires an ID outside of the game, it requires an ID inside the game. I.e., I cannot sell or trade alcohol or firearms or smokes to a minor. So simple 3 rules. It's whatever. I start out Trade Post. I'm playing a game with a couple friends called Trading Up, where you start out with something ridiculously stupid and trade up to see what you come home with. So I traded my first item. I started out with a piece of string. Now by the end of the week, I ended up with a katana that was like 7 foot long, a 3-headed flail, somebody who was making me a leather hat that never actually got made, and like 3 sets of garb. Now, Raven likes to drink quite a bit. Like, Strix knows I make very sneaky alcoholic drinks.
Yep. Which brings me to the fact that you need to come over and do that.
Okay, we'll have to figure a day. But I just Strix, I have absinthe.
Oh dear.
Anywho, so yeah, I unfortunately have my alcoholic tendencies up. I start drinking the moment I wake up, and I drink until I go to bed at night when I'm at events. So I get pretty trashed around 2, maybe 3. Like, I start losing kind of like my judgment on things, and I started talking to some people, and they said they needed a third person. Now, I thought they were talking about a third person for fighting on the field. That's not what they meant. So I agreed to a trade, and it was for like a leather suit of armor. That really didn't fit me. It was made for a guy who was like probably 6'7", 300, possibly pushing 400 pounds. Big suit of armor. It would have like been a dress on me. So they're like, yeah, we need an extra person. So I'm like, okay, and they're like, yeah, just meet us here at Mirkwood at like 30 minutes after sundown. So I'm like, okay, whatever, shake on it, whatever. What I didn't realize was I'm being contracted out as a companion for somebody for the night. Apparently they were hazing somebody for, I forget whether it was for knighthood or if it was for something else. I think it was just them joining some small unit that was within Mirkwood. So they get me to this fucking tent. I start talking with them. And they're like, yeah, well, we need you in a dress. We're gonna make you look up like a chick. So I'm like, okay. I'm really drunk at this point. I've probably finished around 2 or 3 bottles of rum at this point, maybe more. I kind of lose track at how much I drink. So I'm pretty fucking plastered at this point. They ended up putting me in like this, I don't even know how to describe it. But it was a very pretty looking dress. I will admit that. It was very nice looking. And as I'm like half falling asleep, they're doing my fucking hair, they're doing makeup and shit. And they're like, alright, you just have to spend company with this guy for the whole night. And I know how bad this already sounds. Like, it sounds like I'm like supposed to fuck this guy. Which is not what happens. Oh. Yeah, no. This isn't me fucking a guy story. No. Oh. So apparently, this guy was like super depressed because like his wife had left him, and they just wanted him to have a fun night. So I'm like half asleep. They're getting me all dressed up, and then I hear a click. I'm like, what the fuck was that? These fuckers put a collar on me. They put a fucking leather collar on me and a leash. And this guy just walked around with me on, like, dragging me from fucking camp to camp on this leash. For like 8 hours. It was like sunrise before I got to go back to my camp. And I couldn't get the fucking collar off because the person had the fucking key to the thing disappeared. So like, it wasn't until like Friday. And it was worse because half the time I was in Mirkwood, for anyone who's ever been to Ragnarok, they'll know what this is. I was there for Mardi Gras night, which is party night, Lots of drinking, lots of debauchery, fun stuff. Yeah. So, I'm drunk, walking around with a collar and a leash. I end up somehow in the goblin camp. I don't remember how I ended up in goblin camp. I get painted green with the goblins. That's fucking weird. The shit doesn't come off because it's like food coloring and vinegar. It stains your skin for like 5 days. So I had to go to work with splotches of green on my face on fucking Monday. It sucked. Yeah. My first Ragnarok was a doozy. I got trashed, hung out with goblins, was apparently some guy's pet, dressed up as a pretty little hooker, apparently. And oh yeah, that was like the greatest part of it, because that's like the only part I really remember what happened. I'll admit, this story time with Raven isn't as good as the others just because I was really trashed. Like, I don't know what was going on. However, if Striggs wants some fun story times, I can tell some of the Black Hand stories. Those are always funny.
God. What's funny is all normal people that have never been to DAG or Ragnarok are gonna be like, the fuck? What is he talking about? But all the Ragnarok dudes are just dying right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're like, all the normal people are like, no, this is not a believable story. And then all the Ragnarok guys are just nodding their heads like, yep, we've been there.
So... Oh, no! I don't think I've told the Simba thing to Striggs. Or I might have. I might have been
with
drunk
Ogre?
at one of the practices. Yes, with Ogre.
Yep, I heard that one.
Okay, so I'm not telling the Simba story then, because that one's a little too much for YouTube. However, I can tell the story of how I met Aldrich.
Come on.
Should know who... Oh, come on, you know that's a funny story.
What? No, I'm talking about the game.
If I tell that story on here, and he does hear your stream, he'll know who's talking. He'll also be pissed at me. I'll probably get a message. But fuck him. He's screwing people over. I don't care. So, no shit, there I was at some event in Pennsylvania. I don't remember exactly which one. It was either Gates of Fire or Baden Hill. One of the two. It's at that location. And I'm helping out with medic group at the time. So I'm walking around with a walkie-talkie at night, helping drunks get back to their camp. Which is 80% of what I do at the events. I was surprisingly sober because I was volunteering, because who wants a drunk medic helping you?
Who wants a drunk helping a drunk?
I know, right? So I get this call about this drunk person, like really drunk, needing to get back to their camp. So I respond, yo, I'll help them out. And I also hear a friend of mine she'll help him out too. And so we end up meeting this guy, and this guy is plastered. Like, barely can stand up, his eyes are rolling back, he can barely keep his eyes open. We're like, oh, fuck me, we need to get him to his camp, like, now. So we're trying to ask the guy, like, what camp is he with? What unit is he with so we can take him back to camp? And he's like mumbling and mumbling, so we're starting to drag him up towards where most of the camps are. And
goddamn fucking shield.
He looks up at my friend, and I know now what he was trying to say, but what came out was, I am the unit, and then he pukes all over himself. Like, we're talking everywhere. He puked for like a solid 3 minutes. It was gross. And he's getting all flirty and trying to touch this chick with his vomit-covered hands, and she's like trying to keep herself at a distance. And
the best part about this story is I know who you're referring to.
And it's something he would do.
No, I know all three of the people involved in this. Remember, I fought her?
Yes, I know, yeah. Yes, I know. So, she's trying to stay away. We're both trying to carry him. We find out after a few minutes he's the leader of the Black Hand, which is what he was trying to say. He was trying to say, I'm the leader of the Black Hand. What came out is, I am the unit, and then he puked all over himself. So
we're supposed to be a unit. Suck my unit.
So this was many years before I actually ended up joining the Black Hand, which was one of the worst mistakes I've ever made. I will admit that one fully. That was one of the worst things I've ever done. I'm sorry for any DAG fighters who know who the Black Hand is. I apologize for knowing who the leader is. I'm sorry I could not keep that man-child together. But there's only so much one drunk can do. And he had 3 of us trying to take care of him at one point. It was terrible. Anywho, so yeah, that story was fun. What other DAG story should I tell? Oh shit, there's so many of them. You got any ideas, Striggs?
Not really, because I don't know all of your stories.
I know there's a couple that I haven't told in a long time. I'm just trying to remember which one.
There's like a fresh,
man,
almost 6 inches of snow on the ground right now.
That's all you got right now? Dude, I've got almost a foot.
Raven, I don't have good tires on my car right now.
It's snow on top of ice. Alright, see ya, Coda.
And Saturday.
Hmm?
Sunday.
Hmm?
But I can't help you either because I'll be at work Friday and Saturday and Sunday when you have to leave.
I'll make it there. There's a reason I leave an hour early. Okay, Raven, I live 6 minutes from work. I live 6 minutes from work. I leave an hour early.
Sounds about right.
I'm gonna play some Fenrir.
Some Fenrir?
Fenrir.
What's that?
The Norse Apocalypse
Oh,
Wolf.
you're playing your other game.
Yeah.
You're playing your game.
Fenrir. With a top hat.
Yeah.
It's actually what one of his skins says. Lord Slashington the Third. I think you'd get a kick out of this game, Raven.
What, Smite?
Yeah. Oops.
I've played it before, Who are you? I don't like MOBAs too much. I mean, I used to play Thresh for a while, but it's not like...
But when you have fun people like me to play with...
Yeah, I might have to download it and give it a try. I don't know what I want to do. When the FC is on.
Lord Slashington the Third.
Oh, there's like nobody on. Oh, jeez. Guess I'm logging out. Oh man, I love Raven time, story time with Raven. Because I have so many stories. Because surprisingly, with how antisocial I can be, I have some of the greatest fucking moments with people. Because people don't realize how idiotic people can be.
Or just how far people go.
Yeah, that too. How far people can go. Oh, I know who that is. So Ethan's got a PlayStation account now.
Who's Ethan?
From DAG.
I don't know
Cowboy?
anything. Nope.
Faith's husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Ethan. He's got a PlayStation now. After he came over and he played Overwatch on my thing for like 10 minutes. He went out, bought himself a PS4, and bought himself Overwatch. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
Really?
What do I have in my library? Oh, I've got amnesia. I forgot I had that. Try and get through it.
I'll kill you.
I've got the Destiny 2 beta.
Alright.
God, that game sucks so bad.
Not having boots is annoying as fuck. Ow! Dallas! Really? What the hell? Wow, thanks for taking the kill from me, dude. So now I have 1 death and 3 assists. Yeah. Just the way I wanted to start off this fucking game.
Damn. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom, and then I might jump on Bloodborne or something. I haven't figured out what I want to play.
How did that even hit me?
Retreat!
Pull back a little. Let them come out of their tower.
Forget it.
Really? She can jump out of it? Really? I'm getting really annoyed with all these stuns. Oh my god, the slows. The minion damage. I'm gonna die by minions. No! I survived.
Yes, I approve.
Attack!
Spree, are we?
This war is far from over. Your team has destroyed a middle enemy tower. Right. Be right back.
Watch out.
my way.
Tooth and claw.
You're really grinding my gears.
I don't like your death.
Nope, not gonna make it.
Yes, I approve.
Nothing gets past my baby. Retreat!
This will hurt.
Oops. Shit.
I did not regret your passage.
Seek them out. Tooth and claw.
Just easy enough.
Very nice.
You are all on fire.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh my god. You've gotta be kidding me. He had so little health I couldn't even see it.
Yes, I approve.
Makes me want to watch that movie.
By a giant.
Maybe I'll rent them. I'll watch that tonight. Mad Max.
You too shall fall from my hand. I did not regret
Enemy has been slain.
Oh my god. You had to ult me. Come on. I had a tickle of health left and you had to use your ultimate ability to kill me.
Is in the city.
I did not regret your passage.
Enemy has been slain. Deicide.
You did Your team has destroyed a middle enemy base.
Very nice.
Be right back.
Wow. My health bar.
It's all over for you. Yes, well fought.
What the shit?
Alright, you all, yeah! The enemy base is especially brutal.
Okay, the dead person killed me somehow.
No stretch you hostage. Where do you think you're going?
Enemy has been slain!
I did not stretch you.
I goofed that one.
A pity.
It would be nice if I wasn't always the first one into the fight.
Thanks.
Attack!
God damn it. Wow. God fucking damn it. Jesus Christ.
My baby. Too thankful.
Fucking underleveled as shit
Very
now.
nice.
Awesome.
Starting to heat up.
Under attack. Your middle tower has
That makes me sad.
Dallas. God, those two fucking levels. Three fucking levels. I could shred him if I could hit him.